Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and today we got some breaking news for you. So let's get it on. ISWAP attacked last night the major naval base Baga in Nigeria. The terrorists broke in the base and inflicted some damage and casualties, with 3 vehicles destroyed and 2 hours of battle with the insurgents. Now, leaving the insurgents retreating, leaving IEDs behind, several were killed by subsequent airstrike, according to the report that got to us. Now, according to another source, the Baga naval base hosts the SBS forces, which is the special forces unit of the Nigerian Navy. The base was dislodged on a major assault by ISWAP in 2018, and the army only returned back 3 years later. Now, according to the information we have, after this crushing defeat on ISWAP in the northeast, ISWAP militants launched an attack on the naval base in Lake Chad in Fish Dam early this morning, and they again recorded multiple casualties. According to sources, 2 vehicles and 1 ambulance were destroyed, while a small number of troops were injured, according to military sources. What I got to say about this news is, I think the ISWAP, they picked on the wrong target. The Naval SBS of Nigeria is one of the best fighting force you can fight against. I mean, they took on the wrong challenge and they got their ass whooped real bad. And according to the information we have here, not one casualty. There were injuries, but not one casualty. It shows you how effective, if they can take on what I call the best, I mean, in terms of training, in terms of equipment, in terms of skill and firepower, ISWAP should be the best in the whole of West Africa, and they just got beaten bad by the SBS. And kudos to the Nigerians Special Forces Unit. So we have another news again in Nigeria. Ladies and gentlemen, the Nigerian president have finally visited Benu State in what many has called a political rally visit, other than a condolence visit to the people of Benue State. And according to the sources, a protest broke out. Ladies and gentlemen, let's watch this video.
I'm telling you.
Guy, Omo. What's it now?
Now go on.
Omo, guy.
Flags were being torn apart by the citizens who were seriously angered by the caricature visit of the president, allegedly.
No flags! No flags! We don't collect that all! No flags! No flags! Collect that all!
We're not seeing it. We don't need it.
Collect that all! Collect all the flags! Collect all the flags! Collect that! Collect that!
Okay, now come down. Here.
Tear down! Oh!
When all has been said and done, I think it all comes down to self-defense. My take on the issue is, either you like it or not, Nigeria now have to defend themselves. And with the level of violence and chaos the Fulanis have brought upon the civilians of Nigeria, there is only one approach to create a deterrent: self-defense by any means. I mean, traditionally, spiritually, militarily, and physically. I think we are now at the point where your life will only depend on how well equipped you are, talking from the defensive standpoint. How well equipped are you to give a deterrence to the enemy? That is the only chance right now from here moving forward. Now we go to the AES. Nigerian authorities carried out a sting operation whereby illegal drug trafficking network were arrested, and as we speak, they are currently in custody. Here's a video of the drugs that were being recovered from this illegal drug network. Ladies and gentlemen, let's watch it in the video below.
C'est 122 briques de cannabis totalisant 113 kg d'une valeur estimée à plus de 20 millions de francs CFA et 2 véhicules Hilux qui ont été saisis par les éléments de l'Office central de répression du trafic illicite des stupéfiants OCRITIS du département d'Arlit. Il faut noter que ce sont 6 individus âgés de 20 à 30 ans, tous de nationalité nigérienne, qui ont été.
And in another news, today in Mali, the farmers of Mali were seriously ambushed and several casualties were recorded. But according to the information we have, Malian forces are back outside and marched to deal a severe retaliatory blow to the Azawad militias. According to sources, serious fighting continues in the region as the Malian forces are said to have eliminated a lot of these terrorists. Serious retaliatory event is ongoing as we speak. But according to the information we have, the General Staff of the Armed Forces of Mali, informs the public that armed terrorist group have launched a new attack against the security post of the Diura region of Segu. We will come back with details. Ladies and gentlemen, by the time they came back with details, now we're getting another report that armed forces immediately has launched a response operation and are currently on the way to neutralize the terrorists and secure the area. Again, I repeat, the farmer are supposed to be on the offensive, not to be on the defensive or counter offensive. Ladies and gentlemen, this whole guerrilla attack of this terrorists on the farmer military armed forces, I think it is not necessary because in my own opinion, I believe the farmers of Mali, they have the offensive capabilities and they have all capabilities, and in all ramification I believe that they are better than this all Hazard or JNIM, whatever militia that have been attacking them since. I believe that the farmer has the capacity and the capability, together with the African Corps, together with the Gatia militia group. So I feel like they should go on the offensive and not allow these insurgents to dictate the tempo of how the fight is going to pan out. So ladies and gentlemen, give us your opinion in the comment section below, what you think about that. And again, in Somalia, we have a breaking news that the Puntland forces claim the ISIS Somalia leader Abdul Qadir Mumin has fled Puntland, Somalia, after record that the ICs, as for the first time in a while, recorded a serious level of casualty in the number of terrorists that they have in their unit. We equally have report that Puntland counterterrorism forces also captured a Turkish ISIS Somalia member identified under the name Azan Attar. And this is the video showing the terrorist element that was caught while he was fetching water for his group.
Somalia. But now I don't feel like prisoner, I feel like I'm a rapper or something.
He was apprehended while collecting water from a well for the rest of his group. And in the past few days in Kal Miskad Mountain, as Puntland forces advance deeper in the Ballot Valley, the ISIS territory continues to shrink up as the Puntland forces continues to dominate on the battlefield, capturing about 98% of the territory previously held by ISIS in Somalia in the Kal Muscad Mountain. And today, Puntland forces announced the end of Phase 3 of the Iraq operation and the beginning of the Phase 4, which will focus on fighting ISIS remnants and preparing for Operation Concord, which is aimed at conducting a similar offensive against Al Shabaab in the Kal Mado Sanang area. Ladies and gentlemen, what do you think about this? 2,000 Burkinabe volunteers have been trained to contribute to food self-sufficiency in Burkina Faso. In a strong economic initiative tagged Burkina Must Feed Itself, these young farmers aged between 18 and 40 and from so many communities were promoted on June 16 in Bandogo, according to local media. They underwent 3 months of training under the Presidential Initiative for Agricultural Production. Participants in the program were trained in grain cultivation, tree plantation, market gardening, fish farming, agricultural business, agricultural production processing, and weapon handling. Let's get that clearly. Weapon handling. But what type of weapon, I don't know. But the way the Burkinabe are moving is just different from all other countries in Africa. Matter of fact, I mean, these guys are different. A 12.5 acre site was developed over 0.5 acres per young person and equipped with wells to ensure production throughout the year. Upon their return, the young people will receive a package of seeds, fertilizers to facilitate their installation, according to Inusa Kodrogo, technical coordinator of the initiative. Ladies and gentlemen, what do you feel about this? Burkina Faso is trying to become sovereign even in the agricultural sector, thereby contributing to the more self-reliant Burkinabes will be on their own internal resources, which would definitely build their internal economy. Ladies and gentlemen, what do you think about this initiative by Captain Ibrahim Traore? Give us your opinion in the comment section below. It's your boy 7200 signing out. No say, but before I go, see you on the next one.